prosperous discussion tonight. Thank you. Yeah, I also want to give yeah.
5 minutes. Thank you very much for the welcome. And now I would like to invite Obi to the stage, who will give you an introduction about how JAM started and the idea behind the tour. So, welcome, Obi.
Thank you very much. My name is Obi. I'm from Malala, the organizer of this JAM tour. As Gavin is getting ready for the talk, I will just use a few minutes to talk about kind of historical background of JAM and how it started and stuff. So I met Gavin around 7 years ago when I started Ethereum Japan. He was coding every day to launch Polkadot back then, and today he's still coding every day to launch JAM. So JAM Grey Paper was first published in April last year, and iconically it was exactly 10 years after he published Ethereum Yellow Paper. And afterwards, we hosted this Grey Paper tour. It's kind of similar concept to the JAM tour, but the purpose was to attract the implementers to build JAM together. So we go through 6 cities like Argentina, US, Switzerland, Japan, Korea, Singapore. These are some of the pictures from the events. And after this, now we actually have we also have this extra session at East Prague. Vitalik also got the Grey Paper as well. And today we have more than 35 independent teams around the world building JAM in 15 programming languages, including some of the people here as well. And now I would like to show a quick video on how those implementers are building, and then their faces and voice.
I like to build, but I also want to build something that can impact people. I fell in love with the concept of decentralization, power in the hands of the people.
It was very clear that this was going to be a major social movement. And now we get a chance to actually build everything from scratch. Polkadot needs JAM. I think we are committed to the long-term vision. I recently just had a conversation with the guys from Ethereum Foundation. They were talking about solving the data availability problem, and I'm like, yeah, JAM.
Good. And now, as JAM progressed from a paper to running code, we are hosting this JAM tour, and this is our 5th event. Started from Cambridge. And we've gone through India, Delhi, and Mumbai. And just 2 days ago, we did it in Hong Kong. And then I also like to give you a little bit more historical context of this JAM concept. So people often see Web3 as just a revolution of the web. This is, to me, this is not the whole picture. Or people might see as a revolution of crypto. This is also not the whole picture. And there's actually a lot more context to it, and this whole Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot is just a tip of the iceberg. And we're actually carrying out this kind of cycle and then history of philosophy and trials to this date. And I think JAM is the holding on to that vision. So just to give you, I'm not going to everything, but just to give you a few slides. As you know, 1984, Steve Jobs launched Macintosh. And this was iconic because he launched Macintosh clearly as a tool for the people, not just for big enterprises and stuff. And then it's very clear that, with the famous 1984 Macintosh advertisement. And then his philosophy actually can be traced back to this magazine called Whole Earth Catalog. He was a big fan of this. And then you can see the idea of open source and power back to the people in this magazine. And his famous quote, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," was actually taken from this magazine. And he then went on to found Apple, and this is the advertisement of the Apple One he launched. You can already also see the open source philosophy in there. And in 80s, we saw the rise of open source, and people like Richard Stallman promoted the idea of free software. And 90s, we saw the birth of internet and then also advancement of cryptography. And 2008, we saw the Bitcoin white paper published by Satoshi Nakamoto. And one of the young writers for Bitcoin magazine called Vitalik came up with the idea of Ethereum. And then he met a talented technologist and coder called Gavin. And Gavin laid out the formal specification of Ethereum, and then they worked together to make Ethereum reality. This is also done when Gavin coined the term Web3. As you can see, Web3 was not just about what. It was more about building a resilient social infrastructure. So yes, you may think the rest is history, but history is not over yet. We are still in this sequence of dots and history. And then I'm personally very excited about JAM, and I hope you get to know about this technology through today's event. Thank you very much.